To me, please. All right. I will give you information around my maintenance report for we doing now. Everybody knows we have lots of people now doing the work. We know we still working hard with all my employees, doing a lot of things in their buildings. We go finish the San Maurice building. We still tiling and painting in there. We do a lot of works around, including we go around with the lights. We control the roofing, clean out all the leaves and we have in this area. We do it monthly, and everything is okay. We don't have any problems. We also check all the leakings we have in the apartments. You have too many. As soon as I was writing some report, we have to fix in the pipes, the sewer pipes and the water lines pipe in all buildings. We have too many problems. We spend money and fixing these problems. We have to take care. As soon as next time we won't have one report, you will know what's going. The situation is the sewer pipes and the water line pipes we have in the buildings. Remember, it's 35 years old. Everybody has problems. The water is not coming fast to the sink. We have problems. They flush the toilet, not go through. We have a lot of problems. We're working a lot in these problems. I'm including, I want to tell you right now, I have my own snake machine for working. I try and save money at doing the job in the apartments by yourself with the snake machine. That's we don't have to use it. Micah Promer is the guy coming help to do us. Thank you.
Now wait, can we find out what you're doing for hurricane preparation now? We're coming into the hurricane season.
Okay, we have on the stock with the last time in the store many things we need for this emergency. We have extension cord, we have generators, we have a lot of things around. Probably you have to increment a little bit more for have ready for running and the next time anything happen with us.
George, have we been cleaning the scuppers and the drain pipes routinely on?
Yes, we do it monthly. Every month we take clean leaves, take it out leaves and trash and everything, and we put a snake in the line and we're running with hose water and clean the lines.
On every building?
And in each building.
So if a storm happened tomorrow, we're okay?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How about, are we continuing to do any carpet cleaning since the moratorium?
Oh, yes.
We do it.
We
We
went?
do it. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My carpet is so dirty. We didn't clean the carpet.
We cleaned the carpets last 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago in your building. Zurich, we're in Nottingham. We're doing your side now. We're doing Orleans. We could keep going. No, we clean the carpet. I clean the carpet today and tomorrow is dirty. It's not okay doing clean every day. Okay? I have to routine all the buildings need clean, not only one building.
Or you don't have the right equipment to clean.
I have it.
George, someone mentioned cut expenses, and it was mentioned that we lost 4 people in security. Have you lost any personnel?
We short 5 people.
So you're doing this?
We're doing with some one people left. We're doing this job.
How many
Okay?
do we have?
5.
How many do we still have?
We have all 10 with me. We have before 15. Any questions?
Yeah, George, what are you doing on after Wilma last year? One of the biggest problems we had, we didn't have any gas. Do we have an area where you can stock up some gas?
I have area, but I'm not keeping gas in the moment. But it's not right keeping gas.
Yeah, well,
we have
when the storm
containers
is coming
everything.
our way, then we need to get gas.
Yes, we have already. Anytime we have problems, we go buy the gas. We store the gas. We have place where they go in the store, and we don't have any problems. Any other questions?
George, what are you doing to prepare? I know you talked about having supplies once the storm hits, but what about
We have chance.
cutting the trees back?
Okay. We have
making sure the drains are okay,
chainsaws, we
everything.
have equipment, we have plastic bag, we got carts for covering in case we have problem with the roof, we
No,
cover.
okay, what you're talking about is after the fact. I'm saying, what are you doing to prevent on this end?
What we prevent is the only I can help you is doing clean the roof, but that's the big problem we have before. We have to keep the clean, the drying pipes at the long spots, everything for no have any problems when we have any raining or a lot of water in the roof, we have to everything clean one time. Remember, we have a pitch roof now. We don't have a water, staying water in the top. We have pitch. Anytime it's raining hard, all the pipe is supposed to clean complete for the water go fast to out, no build up, and we have leaking. When we build up, anything happen with the scupper, is backing up the scuppers, the water is built up in the top. All the vents we have open in that is only 2 feet, 1 feet up from the roof. The water go over, we gonna have leaking. That's we have to clean all the time. I'm doing monthly cleaning all the roofs. We don't have any
What about
problems
cutting
with
back
that.
the trees so they don't fall down, a less chance of falling down?
Around the trees, we're doing something, trimming around the trees. I have to look in around, we not can doing too much. We have to worry what's gonna happen when anything happens. My job, I wanna tell you right now, we are around looking around all the parking lots in a lot of places I see around. When I have some problems, I know I have to tell the people, moving your car in different way, not leaving where the tree is. But 100% when you have the car, you park in the, you want this, you don't want to leave your car in there, you have to go away another direction, but you have to remember, you're not going to see the tree, you say, oh, this tree is going down. Probably it's going down, we don't know. I recommend everybody, in this case, when we have emergency, move the car away from the trees.
George, another suggestion, that we have new nets around the tennis courts. I don't know why those nets aren't taken down during the hurricane season, because we spent over $4,500 right before Wilma hit, and the nets were never taken down, and they were just totally destroyed. Now we bought new nets, larger nets, spent more money. All right, why don't we just take them down?
We gonna take it out, everything out. In this case, we gonna fill it up, we're gonna store when it pass in the hurricane, anything happen, we put it back.
They'll never
That's what we
survive a
have to do.
hurricane.
The nets on the tennis courts, that cost about $1,000 to put back up. If we really know we're getting a strong hurricane, it's gonna cost many, many more thousands of dollars if they're ruined. So if it's a strong hurricane coming down, it's worth $1,000 to take them down, to put it back up. Otherwise, they're gonna cost like, 6 times that amount to replace.
We,
Yeah,
the last hurricane, we're learning a lot. We have to take everything we have around. We
They're
have to
only
take
zip
it
tied
out.
on the fence, so they're easy, they can come down.
We have to take everything out, folding and saving. That we have to do.
I'm just curious, has the board established any kind of a rule that if a tropical storm is coming, we don't take them down? If it's a hurricane, we do take them down? If it's a category 1, we don't? Is there any rules?
That's a good question. When I purchased this from the guy who does Sunrise, he does all the big courts, he did it 10 years ago when I wasn't even on the board. He said to me, Doug, look, it's questionable depending on what kind of a storm it's gonna be. So if you're in doubt, call me like the day or two before, and I'll recommend if it should be taken down based on the weather forecast. Because it's, instead of paying, if they're ruined, it's gonna cost us $7,700, and it's only gonna, if we take them down, it's $1,000. So I think it's prudent, if we have a strong hurricane and the manufacturer recommends that, look, this might be a big one and they're gonna ruin the windscreens, take them down and we'll pay the $1,000.
Do you happen to know what the number, is it a 75-mile-an-hour recommendation, 50-mile-an-hour recommendation?
I would guess anything more than a 1, category 1, take them down. Yeah, 2 or above. I would think 2. That's the vibe I got when I probed and I questioned him a little bit. He said to stay on the safe side, 2 or more, because you don't want them to be damaged where they look like garbage anyway. No, a one
One
won't.
is 75 miles an hour.
Yeah,
And that's just, the screen is a sail. So that's gonna have the full impact.
yeah.
So my personal opinion is like 60 miles, 60, 70 is
Well, that-
the typical.
yeah.
Listen, we don't have a make a chance.
They'll take the fence
Calculator
down, too.
exactly how much is going to hit it. Okay?
It's our best guess.
Better is cost less money, we take it out, all right?
Right.
And we put it back.
Thank you.
Yeah, 'cause
Very
if you
simple.
if you remember, George,
Listen.
the Nets took the fence down too.
Listen, that's coming from me, it's not my report. Listen, I want to tell you something. We have too many problems in the apartments. Every day I have leakings from the apartments. Every day I have pipe broken in the apartments. Any unit owners, they don't watch the condition, the pipes or the sinks, they have problems in the apartment. We cost money with my labor. I don't have more labor. My labor is cooked, my hand is cooked. I work in 2 by itself, okay? I want to everybody watch your apartments and see the leakings you have it. Your air conditioning you have to take care. You leaking, your toilets you have to check in your units is running okay. And also remember, we in bad situation at Rome. We spend a lot of money in water. It's time thinking about take your old toilets is almost 35 years old, is still running with 5 gallons tank. We have in this Home Depot, any place is flushing for one last gallon water. Please, thinking about help the community, I'm saving you money, our money. Thank you.
Next month's meeting, we're gonna display high-efficiency toilets at the board meeting. Jennifer is testing one right now, and I'd like to bring one in from Costco for $89 that uses 1.1 gallon or 1.6 dual flush. We're testing it right now in, right? Well, I think we'll bring one here.
Everyone's invited to
Everyone's
Jennifer's.
invited to Jennifer's and try her first.
We're not doing any
Everybody can
samples, though.
participate. Don't make the meal you eat prior too big.
What happened to the program to mitigate water use? Never got off the ground?
It requires funding, and we need it's not something that can be done by 1 or 2 people. It requires a commitment to spend a few dollars to save a lot of dollars. We need to get that on the agenda. I mean, there are certain little things that we need, flappers. You know, not a lot of money, but to save $100,000 a year, it may cost $10,000.
I have almost 200 flappers in my place. We buy the last time. Maybe we put it back. You know what?
Good to know.
No. The people, they don't want to open the door, sir.
Oh, that's
Remember,
another,
right?
Who doesn't want to open the door?
All of it. They don't want to go in there. We don't have to use the keyboard. I still have a stock of
Good.
it.
I'm glad
And
you brought
remember,
that.
the flappers we have is for the obsolete tanks. You don't can use it.
We have
You don't
1,800
can-
toilets.
You don't can offer flappers for everybody. Everybody has different flappers.
Right.
You don't can store it flappers. So
But it's
buy
good.
different flappers, different
Very good.
grades.
Good to know that we
No,
have 200 of the old
The
type.
first one you have to do that, you have to take the old tank out, put in new, flashing for
I agree.
Let's
Let's find some money to save money.
George, how many,
It's education, really.
how many chainsaws do we have?
We gotta move this
How
on.
many chainsaws do we have?
We
All
have
right.
How many?
Three
three
chainsaws.
running.
3 chainsaws is not enough if we have a hurricane.
Now we need to hear the security report from Mr. Elwood
We
Matera.
don't have that many trees there.
Elwood, could you?
The big one's got the
Huh?
ones on it.
He's called out.
Hold on.
Remember, he's our rover, so he has to go for it.
He's checking out.
Okay, I can do mine and his together. Doug,
Doesn't make any difference.
Maybe you can do this.
Elwood's our rover now on Monday night, so he got called to a unit, so I'll do both mine and his. As far as security goes, we let go 4 people. Elwood's picking up, he's gonna be a rover Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. He's here in the clubhouse helping out, picking up shifts. As well, if I really need him on property during the day and I call him, he does come. So that, with security cutting back, that helped with our payroll a little bit. And also, we are running 24 hours up at the gate. We cut back the rover to 8 o'clock at night instead of, I believe it was at 4 prior to that, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's now 8 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning instead of until 7 o'clock in the morning. We no longer have rovers 24 hours a day on Saturday and Sunday. If something happens during the day, either myself or George, or sometimes both of us together, go out and takes a look at what's going on. Anytime someone calls because there's a dog issue, or if we have to go into a unit to see leaking and things like that. Things that normally I would send either George or Elwood for. George's still doing it. He's picked up an extra headache, and then I'm helping out with that as well. Are there any questions on security?
Yeah, just a clarification.
Yes.
You're saying during the weekend, if there's an issue, we call either Elwood, George, or you?
No, on the weekend,
Yeah,
George is always here. If it's something that's extremely important, I'll come up from Hollywood, that's not a problem. But usually if it's that bad, we just suggest the gatehouse to call 911.
Okay, so still call security, call the gatehouse, Elwood,
Yes.
or George?
Yes,
Okay, thanks.
Maureen, I
Yes.
have 2 questions.
yes.
You didn't mention the new installation of the cameras in the front gate.
The cameras are up and running up at the front gate, which actually is a wonderful thing because the day after we had them installed, someone thought their car was stolen and we could go back to the tapes and see if the car had been driven out of here. That wasn't the case. The gentleman just forgot where he parked it, but it was it was good to have, and it was a good test run for us. And that's being recorded on DVR up at the guardhouse. We have to switch out our modem with AT&T, and then at that point in time, we'll be able to look at the security footage from any computer. And your second question?
The second question is security again. Bessie? The second question was we went through the expense, although not a lot of expense, of putting security buttons in all the buildings that Jennifer worked very hard on.
Mm-hmm.
And are you telling us now that those buttons are not being utilized?
Oh no, the rover still has to go and still has to do his checks and still has to do the
7
buttons.
days a week?
7 days a week, yes.
How often does he do the security checks?
Well, that I'd have to defer to Jennifer. What was it set up for, to be quite honest with you? 'Cause,
Well,
that was before you, that was with you and Elwood.
when we had 24-hour rover, which I was happy with, they had to do it 3 times on their shift.
Mhm.
When they first arrived, in the middle, and before they left. As of right now, I mean, is Elwood the only rover we have?
No, we have Elwood. When Elwood's not here, Mr. Richard, I believe, is the other rover. We always have a rover 7 days a week at night.
Is that sufficient for 842
Doing every
units?
single security checkpoint.
I can have the button, the list printed out from the computer, and I can furnish that to the
Yeah, but
board.
don't you get that list every day, Maureen?
It should be.
No, I do not get it every day.
Okay, when it was first implemented.
And what's the use of the security buttons if you don't have a report every day?
When it was first implemented, we said we would back it up on CDs after everyone's shift.
And I believe that's what's still happening with that, instead of printing it out. Hold on.
I mean, what,
Elwood
It was
is.
something that Elwood
Which-
was supposed to be doing, but now.
Elwood is
he's doing
doing.
3 different jobs. I mean, now he's rover in the middle of the night.
Yes, Frank.
He's not.
As you increase the work of, and do we have any increase also in salary?
No.
The other question is, we had a TV, I think it was 42 or 45 inches TV in the gym.
Yes, we did.
So it was
Stolen.
Did we recover this thing? Or, so how do we have the cameras and all those things? We
The footage was given to the Lauderhill Police Department, and they actually know who did that. Okay.
Did we press charges?
I went to the police. We looked at it on tape. Miraculously, we saw and identified the criminal. We gave the report to the police. We were given the name of the detective in charge. I went to Lauderhill Police twice. One time, the officer, the detective wasn't there. I left numerous messages on the machine, Lauderhill Police, on her answering machine. It was a woman. I never got a call back.
Well, how come someone get to this thing, took a 42
Yeah.
inches TV down?
This is what happened.
We have camera warning 24 hours.
Yeah,
a
I'm
day.
gonna tell you what happened.
They didn't see it, so
Yeah.
they have to open also the windows. So
Right.
how,
This is
all
what
this
happened.
happened without.
I'm gonna tell you, Frank, this is what happened. I was curious myself. I wanted, I was pretty surprised. We've actually caught them on tape, how they set up the robbery. What happened was, the guy went into the gym, made like he's working out. He opened up the lock on the windows, which, and I guess security, from this point on, when they close up now, they make sure those doors are locked, every single window. At that time, they didn't check to make sure that one of the windows were locked. He went in at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. He opened up the window, but listen to this. He got up on one of the machines to grab the TV, and he dropped the TV. So he didn't get any, I mean, I'm sure it doesn't play, but he took it anyway. And then everything that Maureen's just said, we took the tape, we identified the guy. He was living. No, he was an illegal, not illegal. He was staying as a guest of somebody, I think, in the Yorkshire building. The police came. He left pronto.
Can we, the owner, was
How did he get past the desk?
He didn't get through this. He opened up the window in the gym at 2 o'clock in the morning. He came in through the window.
But you said
No,
before.
I think you were saying
two different things.
earlier in the day.
Earlier in the, no, to set up the
12 hours
crime.
later, he came back on the
Yeah,
outside.
but no, Michael,
Yes,
listen.
yes,
He went in at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He made like he's working out. And
But how did they get past?
I'm gonna tell you. How did he get into the gym that day?
Yes.
That's a good question. I still don't have the
I
answer
have
to
a
that.
question.
I don't know how he got in.
So does that
Maybe
mean we need
just-
more security or not?
Well,
I think we
listen,
need more security, right?
yeah, we don't need less. I mean, Frank, we cut
No, I
down,
mean,
we're
we're
saving
questioning about
inflation.
this thing of a TV.
Yeah.
Somebody way earlier raised a question about why are not increasing our level of security.
Yeah, I don't
Now
think
I
we
have
should
a question
decrease.
about to Frank, and he's
Right.
like, you want more security to review the cameras.
You need more efficiency, not more security. You need more
Okay,
efficiency.
somebody needs to review the cameras, and that involves a
Yeah.
human being.
Frank, if we didn't have that camera to review, we wouldn't have caught the guy. At least
My
we
question
forced
is,
him to
we
get
need
out.
more security, yes or
Right.
no?
Frank,
As the people need to speak.
Yeah.
We need more security,
Did that person
24 hours a day,
Guys.
yes or no?
guys,
How
listen.
come they get out with the TV?
Guys,
More
listen,
efficiency.
listen.
We have to
He
do
checked
our
that, he
security,
paced the
but-
place during the day, he opened up the windows. Since that point,
That
when
doesn't
there's an
make any
airplane
sense.
crash, they check to see what happened, and so that it's not repeated again. Now the windows are always locked before, that wasn't the case. He left, he came back 2 o'clock in the morning, he went through the window that he had opened up, dropped the TV, and hit the road. We gave the police the tape, we located the guy, and at the very least, we got a bad guy out of the village. Now, I think the police dropped there, he wasn't wearing gloves, so there should have been prints, and we had him on tape. I'm really surprised Lloyd Hill Police, it wasn't a big case, it was a few $100 TV set, so they didn't give it high priority. But at least, like I said, we identified the guy, he skedaddled out of town, and at least we have a bad guy out, and now we lock the windows.
Right, that's a great story, but we need more
It's a true
security,
story.
yes or no?
What do you mean? Thanks, great story.
It's a great story. I'm with you, Doc, but I'm trying to go back to what
Of
he's
course,
saying
I
right
understand.
now and what he said earlier.
Sure, sure.
We need more security, yes or no?
Yeah,
That
well-
was- he's contradicting himself, and I want to know
Right.
what everybody else has to say.
In my
We need
opinion,
more security, yes or no?
Okay.
24 hours a day for the village.
right, everybody has an opinion. I think we've cut our security as
Well,
much
it's
as we
your
can.
money. You tell us.
This is about it. We
All
saved,
the time.
Terry did a great job by cutting,
You propose.
guys, Terry was 100% on by cutting the security company. We saved six-figure money.
Very big one.
We cut down as much as we cut down now. It's pretty
I
decent.
fought for that for a year.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't
A
want it.
year.
It was a
It
good
took me.
decision. Same with management company. We're saving hundreds of thousands a year.
The question, Maureen,
Yes.
what is the status of our fingerprinting system and what is it costing us? Why is it still here?
That's a dead
That's
issue.
a good question.
Yeah, but what, not that, it's,
The fingerprint machine does not actively work. We are not paying the bill for it. Unfortunately, they went out of business. Well, fortunately for us, but we came up with the idea back, I think it was in January, when I was talking to Charlie. Charlie said, don't pay him. Someone will get a hold of you. So, yes.
Doug, I have a question.
Yes.
One quick question
Sure,
for Maureen.
sure.
Now that Elwood is so overly extended, where are we with the second set of violation letters going out?
The second
And, wait, and even if we send out a second set of violation letters, we keep sending these letters and sending these letters, how are we holding the unit who's responsible for these visible violations?
The second violation notices have gone out. I know the next set, we'll have to bring it to the board so they can fine.
Because as of right now, we still don't have a fine committee, correct?
Yes, we do.
No, Mr. Goodhart is the head of the
Dick's
fining
handling,
committee.
Dick's handling all the fines and
Well,
grievances.
then I need to get, then we need to get together.
Jennifer, one thing I don't understand, I don't understand how you sending a letter, violation letter to the owners, and you're not sending violation letter to the same, your board members. I don't understand that. They violate the same rules, so as everybody else.
I
So why
agree,
you sending-
Frank, I agree.
What?
Well, I have a
Yes,
question
sure.
about the TV that was going on.
Sure,
yesterday.
sure.
Did you say it was a tenant, a legal tenant?
No,
or
it was an
a
illegal
guest?
guest.
A
An
legal
illegal
guest?
guest.
Illegal.
What
How
is
do we
an
have an
illegal
illegal
guest?
guest?
Well-
What does that mean?
Well, okay, he was a guest of a unit owner over in the Yorkshire, but the gentleman was not living there at the time.
Right.
If you have a guest, they're technically supposed to be staying with you.
So
Right.
shouldn't that gentleman that owns that unit at Yorkshire
Be responsible?
Yeah.
That's right. I think it's very
No,
fair.
I think, I need to correct
Send them a letter.
you. I think the TV is operable, it's on eBay now.
Very funny. Now, listen, I'd like to say something about the fingerprints. Now, we had a lively discussion on that, and there were pros and there were cons of doing it. In theory, it was a good idea. Some of the board members agreed, disagreed, but, you know, it was there to help the security in the village. I took a drive, I made an appointment with the woman who got up that night, and I wanted to physically see it operable in another condo association. I made an appointment with that woman. I slept like 35 minutes from here. I waited 30 minutes in the office for her. She never showed up. So she didn't call me to cancel the appointment. Took about an hour and a half, 2 hours out of my day. So I never got to see it, and I didn't want to. I knew there were going to be problems with people who were on crutches and wheelchairs. When you had guests, there were too many variables. The idea was good, and they're out of business. In the future, when the technology is made more user-friendly, maybe we'll address it again. Any questions on it?
Yes, to this young lady's point, why aren't we going after the unit owner? If you know that.
You know what?
Why aren't, it's
I
$1,000
can't believe
of
we're
our
finally
money,
in
your money,
agreement.
my money,
I
her money.
agree.
Why?
In
Why
fact,
isn't there,
you know what?
why isn't there a
The
second
police
thought?
department
Yeah.
should go after them, not us. What do we got to do?
Well, no, Guy.
You are
Guy, I actually agree completely. I think in this particular case, a crime was committed against the village. The owner wasn't there, which is illegal, and he allowed a crook to occupy his apartment. I think he should be responsible for that unit.
So what's the mechanism in place to bill him $1,000?
Well,
Whether we get
if
it or
they-
not, why, it gotta be on the books.
You know what? I'd vote for it.
I'm saying, why wasn't it? Why
The
isn't that
man,
the thought
the
process?
man in
immediately?
Yorkshire building who wasn't there and who had a guest on the premises who then ripped off like TV set for the tune of $650, I believe that owner should be responsible. And I think we should make a motion to make him responsible.
We don't need to make a motion to make it responsible, it's already in our rules.
It's in our rules, then the head of the fine and lease committee should fine him.
And yes.
What's his name?
That's not the way it works. You know it, I've told you 10
But I'm
times.
just gonna make
The board finds them, then they come before the committee to dispute it if they want. You know
So
them
let's,
7, 8.
we should fine
That's the
him.
way it says it.
I think we should have an agreement to fine him. Let's do it now.
Write it up. Let's do it.